Alright, welcome back everyone. This is Tom with TCPIII Model Building, and we're back. And we've got a third camera. Yeah, I know, a little ridiculous. This time it is a Sony. I did a test on this when a friend had his birthday at the end of last month, and it seemed to work pretty good, so I'm very hopeful that this video will go ahead and turn out okay. Last week, as you may remember, I went ahead and cut out the bulkhead a little bit for where Dom sits. Now, I have right here the seat. Let's see if I can get that to focus in on it. The seat area that's in the back. When you go ahead and you look at the floor plan, you have the bulkhead right there. And originally this was a full bulkhead, as you may recall. Then right behind that is this set of seats. Now I'm going to remove, or I'm going to cut that in parts, that way one of the seats can be turned around, and let's see how well this will look on this. And then one of them will be, you know, facing kind of like that. So hopefully it'll be able to be seen somewhat. And then after I get finished with that, I have the compressor over here beside me already charged up, ready to go. I got the airbrush ready. I do have to go ahead and thin out the paints, and I'll kind of go over that a little bit. So for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off, and it's the same technique as last time. You know, here I've got the Dremel stylus. I'm going to go ahead and try to use this seat here, this one here on the right, because if you are able to see into there at a little bit, at least you've got this here on the side, and then you'll have the open area, if you will, from the cutting on the other side, which is where the engineering compartment would be. So hopefully no one will see anything, if you know what I mean. So alright, so we're going to cut this to start off with. Starting it at a low speed, and I apologize if there's too many birds in the background. That's actually all outside. Oh, nothing like the smell of burning plastic. Ooh, my. So exciting. Yeah, right. Hope no one's bleeding me. Okay, let's see if I can go ahead and maybe get this a tad bit closer. Yeah. Alright. Loosen the chuck. Put that back on the charger. And maybe should have taken the cutting wheel off first, but oh well. There we go. And I'll put that back on the shelf here shortly. Pull out the files. This time all I need is a flat. Not doing anything around curves or anything like that. Okay. Little fine sanding now. I apologize if I just accidentally knocked the tripod. Bailey, is that you in here? Yep. Let's see, Toby's in the hallway. Falcor just barked from the bedroom. Bailey, come on. Bailey. Hello, Bailey boy. Alright, I think I got it. Or got it at least as close as what I need to. Falcor does like to go off every once in a while. Alright. So with regards to the painting and whatnot, of course, airbrushes, you typically need to thin the paint mixture. There are some paints out there. Let me go ahead and turn this up a little bit. There are some paints out there. Come on, be nice. Come up. There we go. There are some paints out there that don't need to be thinned. The one that comes to mind is the Alclad. They are already thinned out. They're ready for spraying. I don't know if Vallejo is or not. To me, it needs to be thinned. Model Master / Tester needs to be thinned out. So I'm going to go ahead and go over that just a little bit. With both Model Master, Tester, and the TCPIII acrylics, the thinning is the same process. They both get thinned at a 2-to-1 ratio. In other words, you use 2 parts of the paint, 1 part of the thinner. So if you want to say, if you're doing a big paint job, you can go ahead and say 2 ounces. Okay, that's a lot. 2 ounces of paint and 1 ounce of thinner. One thing that I like to do though is I've got these little measuring cups, and on the sides it measures in ounces. And you probably can't see that, but it's ounces on this side. It actually gives drams on the other side. So drams are listed as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then ounces are 1/8, 1/4, 3/8, 1/2. Then it'd be 5/8. 3/4, 7/8, and then 8/8, or 1 ounce, if you will. So, as you go up the scale, so I can easily tell that, using the 1/8 scale, or even the drams over on the side, I can just go ahead and pour in 2 parts of the primer, and then easily go ahead and just bring it up to the next level, next hatch mark for the thinner. Now, what I like to do when it comes to thinning is I like to keep a bottle of Tester's thinner for airbrushes, in my hand. What I will do after I've gone ahead and knocked this down a little bit, I will take it, and typically I will, when this is basically out, I'll go ahead and top it off with this. This tends to be a little bit not too nice when it comes to pouring. And typically when I do go to use it, I do have, and I didn't, just got some more in. Basically they're droppers, little eye droplets. But they hold a significant amount in comparison to a regular, medicine type eyedropper. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I know I've got primer in here. I know I've got quite a few. Let's see, Ghost Gray. Primers are over here, it looks like. Oh, you don't say, little guy. Oh, helps if I read the side here. Primer. Anyways, give that a good mixing. Boy, that keeps falling down on the head. Now, I usually go ahead and put in my primer first. And the reason for that, when I pour that in, when I pour the primer in, is it allows for the mixing process to start almost immediately. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put in 1/8 of an ounce. And when I'm pouring like this, I like to go ahead and put something on the side, like the stick here, and it will actually help the drops, both the fluid, to go ahead and follow the side of the stick down. So, let me go ahead and retune this, that way we can go ahead and see this a little bit better. And let's see, is that one telephoto? Okay. Alright, so you can see the stick here, you can see the thinner. So I'm basically going to go ahead and put these two together. And if you watch, instead of it going dripping down the side, it follows the stick. Oops, I am getting a little bit of spill, but not much. At least not in comparison to what I would normally get. Of course, on the flip side, it also gives me something to go ahead and use to clean the board a little bit. Okay, so how much is in there? Looks like 1/8. Okay. Alright. Now I want to do that same technique with the paint. And only because the paint's thicker. And it usually doesn't have that type of an issue. Of course, make sure the paint's, mixed up all the way. And unfortunately I didn't bother. Now, tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the battery for this. And it just takes two AA's. So I'm going to go ahead, pause for right now, be right back with the AA's, and we'll get that going. So, be right back in a moment. That is not mixing up well at all. What happened to... Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and try. Allow it straight into the cup. Okay, like I normally would do, I'd go ahead and, like I said, put this, be doing this outside. And I'm thinking that this was actually pre-done. Oy. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some airbrushing here. Okay, one of the things I'm doing is I'm going from side to side, I'm not starting on the model itself, I'm starting from the edge, working my way over, and trying to go ahead and have a little bit of an overlap.